Buried in an avalanche of coronavirus news, a major announcement from NASA. Let's connect the dots. NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine says astronauts will be headed back into space atop a rocket built right here in America, launched from U.S. soil. The SpaceX rocket carrying a Dragon crew capsule will take off from the Kennedy Space Center on May 27th on a mission to the ISS. The International Space Station program is one of the few NASA initiatives that's maintained full operations throughout the pandemic. This will be another milestone, the first launch of its kind since the Space Shuttle program ended in 2011. The mission, called Demo 2, will be the final proof NASA needs to bring missions back to U.S. soil. But it'll look a little different. NASA won't welcome crowds to watch along Florida's Space Coast, and there will only be a limited number of reporters on hand due to social distancing guidelines. The ISS has hosted a crew from around the world continuously since the year 2000. And while this latest launch will include some changes, COVID-19 won't stop us from making history.